In the old days, like on He-Man, we had 2 weeks. Then we pushed it and we got 3. Finally, at Warner Brothers, we had about 4. And especially like if we're doing a feature like Wacko's Wish, we each would get segments that we would break it up. And like in Wacko's Wish, there was the Pete Dom sequence, and that's when everybody's going to the wishing star. Wishing, wishing, wishing. Not everybody knows that. Good question,
If you all have any questions, ask some questions. Keith Tucker and Floydman.
Yeah, I haven't answered any of the storyboard because I've never done storyboard.
I mean, we're hogging the mic too.
No, I'm just here to make it look good. So, anybody else have any questions?
You get to ask mine.
The gentleman in the rear, there you go.
I may have missed this, but how many seasons of King of the Hill, or how many episodes?
How many episodes of King of the Hill did you board? I happened to see one in your portfolio.
I did a few. I quit. There's a thing about King of the Hill, the format. I was in the beginning, and King of the Hill is like a lockdown, old-fashioned camera setup. All the action happens with camera never moving. So if I say you're Hank, you're over there, I see a shot with you, and I forgot. Anyway, Peggy, and I have a master shot of where everybody is, but then when I cut to another shot, it's just the same angle, only closer, and then the other person, same angle, only closer. At Marvel and Disney and everywhere else, we would vary our angles. You know, you would never do that. And I was always fighting like that system. And when I finally said, okay, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna go to Warner Brothers, they want me back. And the last show I did was The Shins of the Father. And in that particular episode, they told me, Keith, you know, we keep telling you not to do this. Right now, when Cotton tells his war stories, do everything we told you not to do. We know you worked on G.I. Joe, all this stuff, all the action, all the crazy angles. You can do it now. And that was my swan song. I mean, they still wanted me to do tags or stuff with Boomhauer and those guys, and I just said, I can't do it. I want to create film my way, not that old-fashioned way. And I understand the quirkiness of it, and it's cool. It just wasn't for me. And I did about maybe 6 or 7 episodes.
Was that more of a Mike Judge style?
Was that more of a Mike Judge style?
I don't know if it was necessarily just Mike, but it was what he decided and the people that developed the show, what they wanted it to be. So
Then giving our assignments, basically, Tom sent us an email saying, would you like to work on sketch cards for this set or this set or that set? Basically, the only restrictions they give us is either don't do these characters, can't do any of the Marvel characters or any of that, or ones that have been licensed out to other events or something. Like there was like the Super 7 event or something that happened in Guar and all this other stuff. Guar? Yeah. I actually did end up doing a Guar once. Guar. But I say don't do like excessive violence, don't do excessive grossness, you know, bathroom jokes, all the stuff that makes our film kids fun. Other than that, we have pretty much free license to do, artistic license to do whatever we want. We can do headshots, we can do full body shots, we can do, you know, any character that we choose, as long as it's a previously printed or film kit. But a lot, you know, we do it in our own style. So it's kind of a weird business where we're actually paid to copy someone else's stuff.
But you put your own twist on it.
Yeah, that's the difference. Is we put our own twist on it. So, like my Adam Bomb, you know, if you're familiar with Adam Bomb, he's like the kind of the poster child for very few kids. He's the one sitting there with his head total.
I know that.
Yeah. But my version, man, he's got eyeballs popping out, and instead of excessive, not excessive grosses.
Hey, there's nothing gross about an eyeball popping out. Tex Avery did it all the time.
Exactly, see? Yeah, I go with old school animation logics. But yeah.
Cartoon logic.
Yeah, exactly. So we pretty much have the freedom to do it as however we want, you know. Just recently, Tom's was purchased by Fanatics. A couple of years ago.
Bananas?
Fanatics.
Oh, I thought they went bananas.
And once Fanatics got a hold of Tops, there's good and there's bad. Good is we get our chips off. The bad is they put a bunch of new rules and they have a new system now. So before they used to just send everybody blank cards and we draw them and send them back to the army and they put them in the bags. Now they have like a tier system. So there's like a lower tier one, middle tier, top tier. Each one has like a different color logo on the top of the card. And what that signifies is Top's idea of who's the more popular artist doing guitars, stable, doing sketch cards. So the popular artists, you know, they send them the top tier. And they know that after those four, when the sets come out, they all buy literally pieces of the sets when they come out to sell out millions. Just to get the cards from those owners, you know, and then as a middle tier. I'm on the bottom tier, but I don't call them
Little big tier.
Yeah, so I'm cheap with the dog skin. But yeah, so that's kind of how it works. But in terms of like actual drawing, you know, we get a card, you know, okay, I got to draw these cards, we do whatever.
Cards. Do you get paid by the card or by the
What Tyler Jordan does, go out and research something close, and check it out. It's going to be awesome fun, special music, and never done before. It's got a ton of art.
So with the armor, Velcro's in front. As you can tell, my sides are all Velcro so that I can adjust it to fit me. Some people use straps.
So the Velcro straps we use a lot to cinch your pieces together and to fix them to your body. The thing that I like to do on my Stormtrooper kit is on my amp pieces especially, I don't just use the nylon webbing that several other members do. I use elastic. Because again, while your body's moving around, the armor does tend to move a little bit with you that way. Also, like a lot of folks, I put on the COVID-20, so it was nice to have that elastic with a little bit of give when I put on that Stormtrooper costume after gaining a little bit of weight during the pandemic. And the belt here, you can see it's a canvas belt with the plastic ABS over it. The ABS usually fits with some rivets here at these points. The thermal detonator on the back here just had a clips on over the belt.
So as you can see, there's kind of a process. If I put my gloves on at the beginning of the thing, it's going to be very difficult for me to put the armor on. So individually, you kind of learn what part goes on at what time. With snaps, like especially with the shoulder straps, since I knew that I may be trooping alone, I knew that I'd have to put this on all by myself. A lot of people have armor that have a lot of snaps, gizmos that takes 2 people to set up. But this armor is I have it set up to where I can set it up by myself. I have nearly 200 troops in this exact armor. So it's held up pretty well. It's showing its age, but the advantage of a stormtrooper, just kind of go back here. When the stormtrooper armor ages, when it gets to a certain point where it needs more repair than it can be done, then you just turn it into a sand trooper because they're all beat up, right? And so the beauty of the Star Wars world is that you're not always stuck in one lane. You know, you can start with one armor and then move on to another, or use that armor to build onto something else. So this is probably about 20 troops away from becoming a sand trooper. So next year, when you come here, you'll probably see me walking around as a sand trooper. I'll talk a little bit about the helmet. As a helmeted character, you can imagine it gets pretty hot in this. Last year during the county fair here, it got so hot out on the pavement that my cover strips, the glue on the cover strips, actually started to melt. And so in the helmet I have certain fans, and I typically have a voice system, but it broke, so I'm kind of a silent stormtrooper right now. But I do have my fan, so it does keep me cool, and it keeps the air circulating, and that keeps my eyes from fogging up. Versus characters like this who don't have a mask. But the Mandalorians, they have masks where they can actually take it off at times, but they'll probably still have fans in there. Or some sort of ventilation where it will keep the lenses from fogging up.
Yeah, I learned very early on when I started off in Tennessee, helmet fans are your friend. Do not ever make a helmeted costume without accounting for at least installing 1 or 2 fans to circulate air around your head. In very hot, very humid troops, you want to have that circulation going just for your own safety. We have had a couple of parades where we were in kit for about 3 or 4 hours in the sun, and at the end of the parade we had several members just about ready to fall out with heat stroke. So just again, having those fans, having the circulation, you can always remember to stay hydrated if you're going to be doing an extended troop. But yeah, pretty much every helmet character I have, my TIE pilot, my stormtrooper, my clone trooper, are all going to have the helmet fans in them. The very first parade I did in Nashville, Tennessee, in the middle of winter for a Christmas parade, I stepped off, maybe got about a block in, and without fans in, my lenses completely fogged up. I was not able to see anything in front of me for about a month. And there we have it. Start to finish, one stormtrooper.
So I represent Rebel Legion, and Rebel Legion just encompasses all the good guys in Star Wars universe. Very similar to 501st. We do the most like joint